Welcome, welcome. Give it a few minutes here before we get started. Fields of Dreams League picking up play on August 28th. Picking up where Bernie left off yesterday. Got some interesting matchups this week. I'm going to play one of the games and then get us through the week. And I'm probably going to play a couple days to get to, I think, the 31st. And I was looking at some teams to figure out what would be an interesting matchup. Open up my chat, see who's here. Mike Silva. Mike Silva's looking for some DGens. Yeah, you know what happened is I'm looking at games and I was looking over to September 1st. And I said, I'm going to go play a game on the 31st of August. And when I did, I hit the 31st and it was stuck on the 1st. And I looked at this DGens Long Island, but the game had already been played. So actually, I do not want to see my team, right? So I thought, hey, maybe we'll do something different. You know what? Maybe I got time now since Mike, I don't know if Mike's on the train yet. Maybe we'll run a Hagerstown Degens right now quickly and get through that and then move along. So let me see which one I was going to grab, and it was going to be, I think it's September 1st. So what I may do is just start off on the 28th of August. I may just autoplay this day and then move on each day and pick a game that looks good for everything. You bet, man. MV is here. Oh my gosh, I feel honored. MV has joined us live. Beatles is here. Welcome. World's Worst Gamer. The usual suspects, Joe Murdy. Dwayne. Hello, hello, hello. So let's start cranking some games out here on August 28th. The interesting thing I'm looking at is we have some races at the top of the divisions and at the bottom because the jewel for the bottom will be that toilet bowl, as we're calling it, playoff for those four teams to compete to win the right to have the first pick. And we've got some interesting races, right? In the Earth Division, we've got Long Island and Dallas and Hagerstown all within range of finishing last. That can be interesting. Some have accused maybe some of these owners are becoming complacent a little bit or maybe tanking, trying to get that pick. Who knows? I've heard the words Carpathian may have a strategy out there where they finish at the bottom and then really start trying to win in the postseason. Who knows? Let's have some fun and find out. So we got Dallas and T-ville. T-ville's pretty much wrapped up in the win division. They're so far behind now to be one of the cellar dwellers there. Oh, and T-ville comes away with an 11-6 win. St. Pete and Deerfield Beach, first game of a doubleheader. And hats off to Joe Murdy, who I believe has that St. Pete team doing better than expected, which puts him up there in the top two or three managers this year as far as exceeding expectations for their team. And here in game one, St. Pete with a 4-3 win over Deerfield Beach. Canada and amazing. It's just a matter of how many games Canada will win that division by, since Freds has really disappointed the entire league and fallen apart. And there's a Canada win as expected. Also, the first game of a doubleheader. Many doubleheaders today. Florence and Tampa Bay have one. And Tampa Bay comes away with a big win. I think Tampa Bay, Jamie, is ranked as the manager who has exceeded expectations. So he might be the number one rated manager there. Hadley Lake and Freds. This is just a, see, what do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4 double headers on the day. So, and Freds continues their disappointing August, I should say, and loses to Hadley Lake. Hagerstown and the Degenerates. And Hagerstown with a big win. Looks like they're determined to finish in the mid of the pack there and not try to work their way down towards a bottom four finish, which could be an advantage for them in a way. Cleveland and Manchester. Be an interesting matchup. Manchester leading the division. Cleveland was until Chico's has passed them. And in this one, Manchester with a 6-3 win in 13 innings. Lehigh, my team has been struggling the last several weeks, big time. Lost a lot, had some injuries, hurt us, and here we go against Long Island. And the pain continues. This Long Island wins 5-2. Chico's in Berlin. Berlin, 3-1 win over Chico's. And here's the nightcaps. St. Pete and Deerfield Beach looking for a sweep here. And St. Pete wins both games against Deerfield Beach here. Canada looking to win the second one against the Amazing, does not. So there'll be a split on that doubleheader. Florence loses again. So Tampa Bay, 2 wins against Florence today. Fred splits with Hadley Lake. And here are the Horse Feathers, who are now 5 games behind Manchester. I can't figure out how Manchester has really turned it on and has a 5-game lead in that division. That's probably the most surprising thing in the last month. Can't figure out how that happened. Where are we at? There we go. Vegas and Mid-Michigan. So San Francisco 4-3 over the Horse Feathers. Vegas, Mid-Michigan, and 7-5. Carpathian and Des Moines. 2-1 win for Carpathian. So as we go on into the 29th, a lot of games played on the 28th. No doubt making up for some rainouts with the schedule we're following. And here we go. We've got Manchester and Cleveland still. And I'm going to get through this day, and then I'm going to end up playing one. I believe it's on the 30th or the 31st. My earmarked game. Manchester with a 1-0 win over Cleveland. So for my division, it's nice to see a team ahead of me lose, but I'm not sure it's nice ever to see Manchester win. I don't know. Here's my team against Long Island. Long Island shuts my team out. So there's 2 games I've lost to Long Island. Fred's continues their disappointment, 7-6 win for Hadley Lake. San Francisco and the Horse Feathers. Horse Feathers edge out San Francisco in extra innings. Vegas with the win over Mid-Michigan. See what else we've got here. Des Moines and Carpathian. Carpathian 6-1. St. Pete, can they keep this up? They do. St. Pete, that's 3 in a row. And they beat Deerfield Beach. I know Joe's got to be happy with that. The Degenerates at home against Hagerstown, and this time in 10 innings, they beat Hagerstown 9-8. The Degenerates slightly over 500 on the year. Amazing against Canada. Canada with a win 7-4. Florence and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay loses to Florence, and Chico's in Berlin. Berlin returns the favor. Guidry goes and gets his 14th win. So that's an 8-2 win for Berlin. And we move to August 30th. And what do we have set up? So here's one. Oh, another doubleheader I can see here. We play for you for the next. Yeah, no kidding. We've got St. Pete against Deerfield Beach, the fourth game, and this time Deerfield Beach edges out St. Pete. So a 3-1 series victory there overall, but they lose that game for St. Pete. The Degenerates in Hagerstown, 14 inning 4-3 win for the Degenerates. Manchester and Cleveland, Manchester with another win. Who's going to stop Manchester? They may end up being Canada's nemesis if Canada can get to the World Series. Canada, another big win. Dizzy Trout is 27-2. Tampa Bay loses to Florence. Long Island destroys Lehigh as I've just been swept. Dallas beats T-ville. Freds with the win against Hadley Lake. Berlin 1-0 over Chico's. Got two games here for the Horse Feathers. Game 1, they squeaked by San Francisco. Let's do game 2 right here. Game 2, San Francisco, 4-2. Vegas with the win, and Des Moines and Carpathian. Carpathian with a 4-0 shutout, followed by a 12-8 loss. So that'll move us to the 31st, and I believe it's September 1st where I'm going to stop and play a game. I kept thinking, where's the game I found that I wanted to play? We got one more day here on the 31st. Only 4 games on this Thursday. Manchester in a divisional matchup loses to Hagerstown at 10 innings. Deerfield Beach beats Freds. That's not to be expected. In Canada, 11-3 pouncing of Florence. Des Moines and Vegas with a 10-5 win. So we are now to September 1st, where I am going to play the game right here with Horse Feathers and Long Island. So let me fire this one up. And we are going to see Christy Mathewson against Johan Santana. Let me know, is Clue out there hiding around? We've got an open spot there at shortstop. Or is it left field? One versus left. We'll go with this one right here. Interesting in Clue's deal here that he's got Lou Boudreau on the bench and Woody Held in the lineup. But hey, it looks like it's that way versus lefties, so that's what we're going to go with. And Legends in the house. Let me know if everything looks good, Legends. We are loading your one versus right. Legends on a 4-game winning streak. Let's play ball.
Play ball.
And here we go. Let me see if I've got park layouts I've got. Lee and Shea. Oh, I've got a different day and night image. That's what it is. All right, here we go. We've got Randolph leading things off for the Degenerates. Or I'm sorry, the Horse Feathers. I see that black and white and I think of the Degens, but these are the Horse Feathers. First pitch of the game, Randolph. Castillo at second makes an easy play. We've got one down. Here's Larry Chipper Jones. Ooh, this looking hard hit way back over the head of Beltran. He will be into second with a double. His 15th. One cool thing I found is instead of having to hit the X when those pop-ups are, I found out that there's a setting you can have it just be up for 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds and it'll go away. So I've got it set on 4 seconds and then it goes away. I don't have to click the X now, and I love that. Here is Beltran. 172 batter on the season. And that's the second out. Jones advances. Ryan Ludwig was leading the league at one point in home runs. It's probably still up there in the top 10. And that gets him out of the inning on a strikeout. And this will bring up leadoff hitter Jose Reyes for Long Island. Where is that setting, Steve? It would be under option setup, play-by-play. So right here at play-by-play, you'll see pause before closing pop-up card is on the play-by-play tab, and you can have it up. I've got it just set to 4 seconds. It seems like it's pretty reasonable, and then it disappears. So just found that setting out today, by the way. And here is the leadoff hitter Reyes on the ground to Randolph. One down. Beltran, he's aboard. Mathewson on the year. Not performing as great as we might think. And stolen base. Oh, there I go clicking buttons. Just pause. Wait for it to go away. Beatles is coming in with his infatuation with Kate Beckinsale. Great way to get it into the conversation, though. The killer, Harmon Killebrew up. Ooh. That was a ball. Ground ball, third base. Beltran to second in time. Will they get 2? They do. Brings up Woody Held. And he held his swing, drew a walk. Mike Cameron. Why is this Horsefeather team as good as they are with this lineup? I don't know. Let's get familiar with it. Jason Worth hits one. This looks like it is gone. And it is. And just like that, when I'm slightly mocking this team, they put up they put up some big runs right there, and that's a 2-0 lead for the Horsefeathers. Joey Votto strikes out. Here's a catcher, Brian McCann. There's a walk. Oh, McCann moving, ground ball. David Wright up across the diamond in time. McCann takes second, but that's the third out. Here comes Kenny Singleton for the Long Island Legends. And he's aboard. Long Island, 10 games below 500. Pop up. Catch by Beltran, and we have one down. Here's Carlos Delgado. Sends this one into left field. I got 2 on now. 1 out for Jesse Burkett. Burkett sends this one into right field. Singleton coming around third. He holds up. Base is now loaded for Luis Castillo. And Castillo on the ground. Looks like they're going to get the lead run. Oh, looks like the ball gets by Randolph. Throwing error by Held. Goes all the way out into right field. So we got a 2-2 ball game. Reyes on the ground. Beltre to Randolph. It's going to score a run. They're not going to be able to turn that in time, and it's 3-2 Long Island. Mathewson in a jam early as he walks the bases loaded. Good catcher Earl Batty. Ground ball should be easy for Randolph. It is. Headed to the top of the third. Got some offense early.
Strike three. You're out.
See ya, Chipper. Beltre flies out. Here's Ryan Ludwig. 31 home runs already. Grounder down the line, right with the throw, and it's in time. Killebrew grounded out. Do a double play his last time up. Sounded good when he hit it. Will it stay in the park? It will not. That curves around the foul pole, and Killebrew hits number 27 on the year, and that extends Long Island's lead to 4-2. Is there anybody here pulling for the horse feathers besides Big Clue? That's might be a question. I don't know what kind of a fan base we have out there. David Wright, third baseman, out to center, caught by Cameron. And Mathewson again walks Delgado. So we've got two down. Jesse Burkett. And here's the pitch. Mathewson over to cover. Votto to Mathewson in time. And here's Woody Held. Walked his first time up. Hard down the line. Burkett drifts over and off the wall. Here comes the throw. Held's into second. Safe. Leadoff double. And you can't count out this Horse Feathers team. Ground ball to Reyes. Look at the throw. In time. Little public service announcement here while we play that if anybody has any of their 15-man keeper lists ready to go, feel free to send that in to Commissioner Clue, as he's really excited to get those in. Jason Worth steps up again, and this time goes down swinging. Votto looking to keep this inning alive. Is Held coming around third? He is. There will be a throw, not in time. That gets a run. So Horse Feathers creeping back a little bit closer. And McCann in the air to center. He's out. Ends the threat. 4-3 Long Island. We might have a good one. Ground ball. In time. Out number one. Reyes down the line in the corner. Hits the wall. Ludwig running over, has it. Reyes is around second. Oh my God, what do we got to play at the plate? And a home run of 0 feet, because that turned out to be an inside the park home run. What a play. Don't see too many of those. And inside the Parker. Mathewson not looking sharp.
Ball four. Take your base.
Beltran walks. And he steals a base. No respect for Mathewson today. At the plate or on the base paths.
Strike three.
Here's Harmon, Killebrew up the middle. Beltran moving, should get home. He will. We've got a 6-3 game now. This could get him out of the inning. It does, but not before 2 runs score. So we've got a 6-3 lead for Santana going into the 5th inning. Is Willie Randolph, leadoff hitter for the Horse Feathers. Ground ball to Reyes. Reyes up with it over to Killebrew in time. And we have an injury, folks. Willie Randolph is injured and out of the game. Not sure the significance of that, but he will be out. So we'll be looking for a replacement in the field coming up. Chipper Jones pulls his foul.
Foul ball.
And hits this one hard out to center. Carlos Beltran back. Room makes the catch.
Strike three.
Beltre strikes out. So here we go into second. I'm going to look at Clue's options. He has, I'm going to say, I'm not going to even show Clue the respect of, I'm going to show him respect by not even asking him to put Joe Morgan in. Is that respect or disrespect? I don't know what it is. Maybe I just know what Clue would do. I know Clue's here. So, well, Joe, we could also say that it was 360 feet. Pull Maddie. Oh, well, I can change the computer lineup if I do this. Watch me. Tell me I can't come. All right, who do you want to see? Chief Bender it is. And here comes David Wright.
Strike three.
And he's my chief stopper. Here's Delgado. It seems like he's walked a bunch. Not this time.
Strike three.
Bender comes in and mows down the side. I mean, I think Clue called it. He is the stopper. So here's Ryan Ludwig. Looking for some offense to get back into this game. Hard hit. Burkett makes the play. One down. Here's Woody held.
Strike three.
0-2 pitch, and he strikes out. Mike Cameron, hard hit ball. Burkett drifting over, back at the wall, makes the catch. Inning over, and we're headed to the bottom of the sixth. Hometown Long Island team up 6-3.
Ball four.
Leadoff walk by Bender. Bender struck out 3 last inning. Ooh, there's 4 strikeouts and 5 batters for Bender. Keeping an eye on Castillo. Ooh, pitched out. He wasn't going. Now he's going. The throw down. Ooh, he just gets in there ahead of the tag. Castillo was stolen base number 10 on the season. Beltran hits this one hard. Drifting back as Cameron in center. Makes the catch. Castillo tags and just does beat the throw trying to advance. Earl Batty. Votto makes the play himself, ends the threat, and we are through 6. 6-3 Long Island. And Burkett bobbles this one. Error on Burkett allows the extra base for Worth as he takes second. Votto. Oh man, that was a line drive shot, and it's a 1-run game just like that. I know Legends is in here. I don't know if he's going to let. I have to go back and read. Did Legends say let it roll? If you want a relief pitcher, throw up the pink hand of despair or scream or shout or whatever you need to do, Legends. I think he's Yeah, he's about 12 pitches away from his expected pitch count. There's the pitch to McCann.
Ball.
And that one's not in play.
Strike 3.
And McCann strikes out. Here is Joe Morgan. Came in for the injured Willie Randolph. And Joe Morgan sends this one deep to right. Great play by Ken Singleton. It's 2 down for Chipper Jones. Allow Don Lee to pitch. I don't think, I haven't seen Legends active in here, so I'm going to let his computer manager do its thing. And here's Don Lee pitching. Chipper Jones, hard hit. Deep. Beltran still makes the catch. To 5. And the pitch. Tell you what, Chief Bender has really come in relief and done a great job of stopping the offense for sure. So here we go, top of the 8th. Horse Feathers looking to get back into it. They're only 1 run down. Got Don Lee in there. And Louis Castillo makes a great play at second. Robs Beltre of a hit. Here's Ryan Ludwig, and he hits this one hard. Don't know if it's going to stay fair. Does. Burkett makes it for the second out, and here's Woody Held, 1 for 2 on the day. Does have a double. And Woody Held singles through the right field side, bringing up Mike Cameron. And key strikeout ends that. And we head to the bottom of the 8th for Long Island. Chief Bender makes an easy out.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Walks Burkett. Castillo. Looks like it's headed to the seats. Out of play. 2-2 count. Burkett takes off running, and they gun him down. Held puts a tag on him. Burkett out on a close play. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. Down to this last chance for Jason Worth, who's got a home run and a single on the day. He's had a pretty good day. Here's the pitch, and strikes out. Brings up Joey Votto. High pop up in the infield. Castillo looks like he's under it. And he will make the catch for the out. Down to the last at bat. Let me know if you want to see a pinch hitter here, Big Clue. Or if we let McCann go for it. He's 0 for 2 on the day. We're good, Big Clue says. McCann steps in, and just like that, this game is over. A tight one. The Horse Feathers fought back, but it wasn't enough. Christy Mathewson gets his 10th loss. But look at Bender. Came in, pitched 4 great innings. Proved he was the stopper. Just not enough offense to get back into it. So let's take a look at the other games on this day, September 1st. We've got Dallas and Berlin. Berlin with the win. As probably many would suspect, we've got Amazing and Tampa Bay. They are 1.5 games apart. Tampa Bay looking to catch Amazing. They won't here as the first game of a doubleheader. Amazing wins. Another doubleheader game here, the D-Gens against Chicos. And Chicos with the win. My team against San Francisco, and I finally win. It's been a long time since I've won a game. Cleveland with the win. Hagerstown and Manchester. Manchester 10-1 over Hagerstown. St. Pete and Hadley Lake, and St. Pete gets a key win. Look at St. Pete's been winning more than they've been losing lately. Fred's and Deerfield Beach. Fred's pounds Deerfield Beach 14-5. Mid-Michigan and Carpathian. Carpathian squeaks out a win over Mid-Michigan that gives Mid-Michigan the advantage in the race for the bottom in the toilet bowl down there. Canada and Florence. Florence cannot pull the upset. Canada reaches their 100th win as they are 134 at this point here, September 1st. Des Moines and Vegas. Not sure Vegas is thinking about anything except next year's draft. That would be my guess. Game 2, Tampa Bay and Amazing. Tampa Bay loses, so Amazing gets 2 key wins, and they are now 3.5 ahead of Tampa Bay in the water division. Game 2 for Chicos and the Degenerates. The D-Gens win. And I think we've got all the boxes there. We move to Saturday the 2nd. And let's get through there. And then I'm going to stop, I think, on the 3rd. And I'll play a game here on the 3rd. Got time for one more. So here's Dallas and Berlin. 3-2 win for Dallas. Vegas over Des Moines. Canada destroys Florence 17-1. Another 3-2 win for me over San Francisco. Cleveland drops a 10-inning one to T-ville, 6-5. Horse Feathers return the favor in another close one and beat Long Island. Manchester over Hagerstown. Chicos over the Degenerates. St. Pete, another win over Hadley Lake this time. Joe Murdy making a run for Coach of the Year. Deerfield Beach and Fred's. Carpathian with a win in 12 innings. And Des Moines 3-1 over Vegas. So now let's move to the 3rd. Take a look at these standings. Some of the division leaders are just increasing their lead over the 2nd place teams. Horse Feathers back 6.5 now to Manchester. Tampa Bay 3.5 back. Fred's 16 back. Fred's has really collapsed. I don't know. We're going to have to touch base with David and figure out what's going on there. This has been a real tailspin for them the last month. So on the 3rd, let's fire up a game here. Let's see what's interesting to play. Here's what I'm interested in. I'm going to play some St. Pete and Hadley Lake right here. And let's see if Joe's team, this might be, Joe, where we make sure we give your catcher the day off they need. He's caught 19 in a row, max of 9. So let me know if we want to move him down in the lineup to get him his rest, because he's kind of down. We might be able to move him down in your lineup a little bit. Let me know, because he's in batting third for Walker Cooper. Or we can just leave him right in there. Give you a second here. Yeah, Norm Cash. Yep, got you, Joe. It'll just be for today.
Play ball.
Let's see what we got here. What stadium are we playing at? We are playing at some stadium that there's Willie Wilson leading things off. Ground ball up the middle. Great play by Yount. Yount over to Seabold, and that's the first out. So here's a couple teams that I have not seen a lot of. Mort Cooper on the mound. Bobby Richardson up at the plate, and he singles through the right field. Oh, this is one of those players that MV got rid of off that first pick in the draft, the 61 Yankees. Not many of them 61 Yankees left. Here's George Brett over to Murphy in time. Brett, another one of those like Stan Musial that has been underperforming this year. Willie Keeler, and he is aboard. So Hadley Lake, it's their lead runner on. Ground ball, Bobby Richardson. Can we turn two? Marty Marion with the pivot, and he's in time. Duff Cooley playing first. They get him for the ground out. So George Brett on the year batting .204 with a .558 OPS. Big surprise. So I think he might even be more underperforming than Stan Musial. Oh, Mitchell Page doesn't have enough room to get it. Ground ball, Richardson. In time. Duff Cooley. Left-handed hitting first baseman. Grounds out. Aubrey Huff. Ooh, Aubrey Huff. Legs out, a base hit. Looks like the ump missed that one. A pretty close play, but he beats it out for an infield hit. And away it goes. I have no idea what ballpark this is. Zero idea. So, let's see. What's Hadley Lake's home park? Turner Field? Oh, so it's Turner Field. And I don't know if I have a different photo. Let me see what I got for Turner. I don't have too many. Yeah. I don't think I've set up a Turner Field. And Mitchell Page down the line to Roger Maris. Maris with room. Oh, I guess no room. It's out of play. Off and running, Page with the runner on the move. Hits this one all the way to the wall. Might get long home. It does. It's going to be a triple for Page, and we've got the first run of the game as St. Pete takes the lead. Jim King. And St. Pete's been winning with not very many household names, I should just say. That Joe has put his fingerprint on this team, so hats off to Joe for this. Getting this team competitive, and I know he set some benchmarks for the season, hoping to get to like 70 wins, and he's well on his way. Pitch to Marion. He sends this ball out the right field. Maris makes the catch. 1-0 St. Pete. Here's Roger Maris. He's got 40 home runs on the year. You'd expect him to have a bunch based on 61. And he flies out. Amos Otis. And Page never moved. He just watched this one drive right into the seats. Number 12 for Amos Otis. And we now are tied up 1-1 after that home run. There's Yogi Berra, another player traded away by MV and his number 1 pick in the draft. Sock Siebold. Foul ball. It's a ground ball to Marty Marion. Great shortstop. Over to Richardson. Won't get Siebold, but 2 down for Topsy Hartzell. And he draws a walk. Brings up second baseman Danny Murphy. Base is now loaded. Wee Willie Keeler had a singles last time up, betting 332. A great player here on this St. Pete team, and Keeler hits this one out to center. Willie Wilson headed back. It will stay in the park. Oh, I had the teams wrong back there. I'm talking about Cadley Lake. Richardson aboard. And he takes off. Little hit and run action. Brett gets the ball. Won't be able to get Richardson at second. Long throw. And Green beats it out, and he's safe. Green's giving Cooper some rest today. Here's Cooley. Ground ball to Robin Yount. Yount over to third. They're going to get the lead runner on that play. Heads up play by Yount. Huff sends this one into left field. Will it score Green? Green makes the turn. No throw. And St. Pete takes a 2-1 lead, bringing up Dale Long. Dale Long. Grounder to Murphy. No play. Looks like he bobbled it. Not in time to make a throw. Error number 19 on Danny Murphy. Runners on all bases now, and here's Mitchell Page. Tripled his last time up. Here's the pitch, and Page strikes out this time, ends the threat. It's a ground ball. Aubrey Huff playing third base for the Sharks. Brett with an out. Roger Maris with an out. So here comes top of the fourth. There's Jim King. Leadoff walk. Aggressive base running, and King swipes second. So we've got a runner at second, no out. Here's Marty Marion. 3-1 count. And he drops a bunt down. Looks like it's going to move King over. It does. Brings up Willie Wilson. Grounder to Brett. Brett's throwing over to first. Runner holds at third. And it looks like Bobby Richardson's going to get that run home. It's a 3-1 lead now. 2 out here in the top of the fourth. St. Pete scored a run in each of the last 3 innings. And they are aggressive, stealing another one on Cooper. And Green sends this one up the middle, doing great in his fill-in role today. And we've got a 4-1 game. Hard hit, Duff Cooley out to Maris, and that'll end the inning, but not after they score 2. And 2-1. Here's Amos Otis batting over 300. Will ground out. Yogi Berra is aboard, opposite field single. Sox Seabold. Singles, Berra, aggressive run and takes third, and we got runners at the corners for Topsy Hartson. Grounder to Richardson. Richardson to second. Can they make the turn in time? Looks like they can. That double play will end the threat. Bails out. St. Pete team. So now we go to the top of the fifth, 4-1. Here's a fly ball. Maris with the catch. Dale Long. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. These are a couple teams. I don't know if I've seen anybody else in the broadcast play these, and it seems like I'm getting a deeper look into both of these teams and their lineup here. Mitchell Page. And he's aboard with opposite field single. 2 down. And here's Jim King. He's walked both times up today. Oh, I guess they picked off Page. He was leaning the wrong way, and that ended the inning. I clicked the buttons too fast. And we are now headed to the bottom of the fifth. And Hadley Lake's got 1 down and Willie Keeler up. And that's out number 2. And here's Robin Yount, 0 for 2 on the day. And looks like it's going to be 0 for 3 as we've been through 5 complete innings. 4-1 St. Pete. Line out to Robin Yount. Makes a great play at short. Marty Marion gets aboard with a single up the middle. And looks like he gets aggressive. Stretches that into a double. Didn't see that one coming. And here's Willie Wilson. Into left field. Marion was moving, but he's going to hold up at third. Runners at the corners now. 1 down for Bobby Richardson, who today is 3 for 3. And Wilson steals second. That puts 2 runners into scoring position. Pitch to Cooper. Richardson, grounder to Yount. Yount going to concede the run. Throws over to get Richardson. Marion will score. It's 5-1. St. Pete. And here's Gene Green. Got 2 singles on the day. Filling in for Walker Cooper. And that'll end the inning. 5-1. St. Pete. How can George Brett be this bad? 202 on the year. Really no power to speak of. And he says, the hell with you. I'm going to get aboard somehow, right? Is it an error? It is. Error number 2 on Duff Cooley. Brett reaches on an error. Trying to keep him close. Guthrie's looked good so far today. Ground ball. Richardson gets it to Marion. Won't have time to get Maris, but It's a good infield up the middle here for St. Pete. Amos Otis in the corner. King up with the throw. Maris is trying to take. Oh! Maris thought about third, got stuck, couldn't get back, gets tagged out. Some poor base running right there. That's 2 down. Yogi Berra steps up. Gets this one right to King in right field. That'll end the inning as we go to the top of the 7th. Here's Duff Crew. Hitless on the day. Yount makes the first out. Aubrey Huff steps in. Huff's aboard with a single. Boy, I do love not having to hit the X to make that thing go away. I'm liking the 4-second pause. Dale Long steps in, lefty. Yount makes the play to Murphy. Not going to have time to get to 2, but they've got Huff, the lead runner. And we got 1 on from Mitchell Page, who's 2 for 3 today. Tripled his first time up. Sends this one out to Amos Otis in center. Moves to his right, makes a catch. Away we go. And it looks like, let me know if you're okay with me letting your computer manager work, Joe, because it's wanting to go ahead and bring in your reliever now for Guthrie. Give you a second to weigh in with your thoughts here. Computer manager's wanting to bring in Jim Johnson in relief. And if I don't hear from you, that's fine. I'm just going to follow your computer manager's instructions. I'm going to say no. Thank you, Joe. And here's a single. Just when you said that, he lets Seabold aboard with a single. Looks like a error number 3 is bobbled by Jim King. Let's Seabold take second, and we've got a runner at second. And now here is Topsy Hartzell. Gene Green out there talking to Guthrie. And he walks in. So we got 2 aboard, no out. Throw up the pink can, Joe, or let me know if anything changes, or you're still good to go. There you go. Ground ball. Marion over with it in time, I think. Oh, he's got to go to first. He's going to get the lead runner. Runners will advance to second and third, so we got 1 down. And Wee Willie Keeler stepping up. And here's a pitch. Keeler hits this one. Sounded hard. Mitchell drifts back, and he does make the catch. Seabold will come in to score, and now we've got a 3-run game. Tying run at the plate with 2 out, Joe. So I think we are in a safe situation if you want to let Johnson go in. They're probably going to ask to bring him in. And they are. They want to bring Johnson in. And there we go. We've got Johnson in. Robin Yount steps up, and he's going to single to the right field, half second base. And here's a throw at the plate, not in time. Hartzell scores. Green, looks like an error back there. Jim King, a throwing error, lets the runner, lets Yount take third base. So we got a 2-run game now. And Brett draws the walk. So 2-run lead. Roger Maris up. Jim Johnson trying to, they're trying to keep the runner close. Jim Johnson trying to end this threat right here. And Maris with the ground ball to Cooley. Cooley steps on the bag in time. That'll end the threat. 5-3 as we go to the top of the 8th for St. Pete. And this one's lined down the line. Seabold can't get to it. Jim King ground ball to Murphy. Murphy up with it in time. No doubt St. Pete would like to get an insurance run or two here. Marion flies out. And Willie Wilson 1 for 4 on the day. Down to third. Wilson is thrown out, and that'll bring up the bottom of the 8th here. Johnson still on the mound. Pitches to Amos Otis, and that's out number 1. Yogi Berra, ground ball. Marty Marion's got great range over there. Another great play. That's the second out. And here's Sox Seabold. Looks like Marion's getting all the action. And, just legs him out. Marty Marion shut them down that inning. And Elias Sosa will be coming in. Should we need them? I got you, Joe. Before we go to the bottom of the 9th, I'll bring Sosa in. So here's Bobby Richardson. Green, 2 for 4 today in a backup day. And Duff Cooley still looking for his first hit, and it will not come now. And now we're headed to the bottom of the 9th. And I'm going to go to Elias Sosa. This is it. Can Sosa keep this 2-run lead intact and get St. Pete a win? Topsy Hartzell. This one's a high ball out to center. Wilson under it makes the catch. 1 down for Danny Murphy. Oh, they're sending in a pinch hitter. Here comes Frank White, and he strikes out. So we're down to 1 out, Joe. I don't know if you're nervous over there. Wee Willie Keeler, 1 out to go. Here's the pitch. Sosa. Oh, boy, it looked like it might have been a hit, but Richardson with great range makes the final out to secure St. Pete's win, 5-3. Take a look at this. Richardson 5 for 3 on the day. Huff had 3 hits. Take a look at some of the interesting things. Stolen bases today were 1, 2, 3 stolen bases. Bobby Richardson, game MVP. Pitching, Mort Cooper goes the distance and takes the loss. Gave up 12 hits. Guthrie gets a win, goes 9-9 on the season. Sosa with his 13th save. Guess Joe knew what he was doing when he called in Sosa. Oh, boy. So let's look at the rest of the games here to wrap up the week on the 3rd. We got Dallas and Berlin. Berlin, no surprise there. Guidry gets win number 15. Manchester and Hagerstown. And Hagerstown destroys Manchester 18-6. 4 for 5 Chu was with a home run. Lehigh and San Francisco, 10-inning game, and San Francisco beats Lehigh. Cleveland beats T-ville. Here's Amazing in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay gets a key win. Chesbro 27-10 now as they get to 2.5 games back. Chico's with a big win over D-Gens. Deerfield Beach beats Fred's. I don't know what's going on with Fred's. Did they just pack it in? Carpathian with a big win over Mid-Michigan. I guess Carpathian doesn't want to play in the toilet bowl. Canada and Florence, and Florence, the team, a 44-win team in a one-run game, beats Canada. I guess Canada proving they cannot win them all. Vegas loses a tight one to Des Moines. So let's take a look at what we've got going in to the fourth. Okay, here we are at the third. Shut this down. See what the league looks like right now before I zip this up. I do know Joe wanted me to check his rosters just to verify that that was a one game replacement, but you do have an injury, Joe, you're going to need to work on. So you have got Paul Konerko hurt. That's why you had somebody in at first. And I don't know why your one versus left isn't showing Willie Wilson in there. I think, according to you, I should put him back in here because that's we had Wilson on your, we've got you stuck on one versus left and one versus right. And I know you wanted Willie Wilson in center and you wanted to make sure your catcher is Cooper. And that was just a one game rest that we got. So everything looks good before I zip it. Let's take a look at the league. We're a little bit closer to the end of the season. We are now in September. What stands out? Cash still leading the way by far, 393 average. Stuffy Sternwise for Chico is 59 stolen bases by far. He's leading the league in that. Maris is now the home run leader, but I don't think that's a surprise to anybody, right? At 40. Chesbro and Trout, 27 wins each. That's incredible. And Canada now is tied in team fielding, meaning Canada is still leading in all three of those categories as far as team stats, batting, pitching, and fielding. And take a look at what St. Pete's been on here. Let's look at their boxes. So let's look at this. Joe, I can tell you since August 28th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have won 6 of your last 7 games. That's a pretty good streak for that team. What the heck is going on with this? So let me go back. Just double checking, Joe, that Willie Wilson has I put him in the right. Yep, he's showing good now. So I'm gonna zip this. I'm gonna probably let me go ahead and grab the report on injuries too. That's always something everybody wants to see. League current injury report. It's not as big of a list as we have seen. So I'll drop this in our Discord. And it's been fun. Dale Long to first and Willie Wilson to left. Okay, Wilson goes to left. Who is going to play center for you? If Wilson goes to left, you only have Omar Moreno in center. And Mitchell Page is your left fielder. So let me know what you want to do. Against left, Wilson in center field. Okay, that makes sense. Versus right, where do you want him? Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, versus right, he is playing center. We got that set up right. If we want to go ahead and put in a first baseman because you got a guy that's going to be hurt for about 2 weeks. So if you're saying put Dale Long in at first, I can do that. Wait a minute. Let's load. Dale Long's at first. Who do you want in at DH, Joe? Versus righties. Gotcha. And then I'll let you, you'll have some time overnight to take a look at that on your side, Joe. So let me start the zip league files. So we'll go FOD2. And I'm zipping it up. So appreciate everybody showing out. We had, I think, 15 people at one point hanging out here watching it. So, yeah, thanks everybody for being here. And as always, I don't know who's going to pick it up. I think everybody's motivated to keep things moving along, which I love. So who's going to pick this up tomorrow and run us through another week? So I don't know who's next on deck, who I tag, but the file will be there here shortly to be picked up and moved forward. So appreciate everybody joining today and look forward to future broadcasts. And we're getting down to some interesting postseason. I'm really looking forward to the postseason since we have the tails of both sides, right? The ones at the top, can Canada um, just plow through like they have the regular season, or will they disappoint and lose in the postseason? And if they can get out of their own league, they've never played anybody on the other side, so we'll get to see just how good they are. Or we focus on the bottom and think about the win for that first pick in the draft. Now that we know what years are coming up, could be some interesting things down there between T-ville, Florence, Long Island, Dallas. Still look like there could be a little bit of a race there for the bottom, and then Carpathian and Mid Michigan. So it'll be fun to see how this all plays out. So with that, I'm going to end my broadcast. Appreciate everybody being here, and look for the league file in the next few minutes.